Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Darati Swapadantikam. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते कुपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तना हृद्यन्दस्तोय भद्राणि विदुनोति सुहृत्सताम् नस्तप्रायेष्व भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भागवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Before reciting this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the person of Godhead Narayana, unto Nara Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Shri Vyasadeva, the author. Sri Krishna, the person of Godhead, who is the Paramatma super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee, who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the person of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanande, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Rishikesh, Prabhupada, Pranam, Jai Śrīla Prabhupada. Canto 423, text number 17. Indriyeshu manastani tanmatreshu yatodbhavam bhutadinam muni utkrishya mahati atmani sandade. Indriyeshu, in the sense organs, manaha, the mind, tani, in the sense organs, tanmatreshu, in the objects of senses, yatha udbhavam, therefore, wherefrom they generated, bhuta adina, by the five elements, amuni, all those senses, sense objects, utkrishya, taking out, mahati, in the mahatattva, atmani, unto the ego, sandade, amalgamated, translation. He amalgamated the mind with the senses and the senses with the sense objects, according to their respective position, and he also amalgamated the material ego with the total material energy, mahatattva. So what does amalgamate mean? Combine or unite to form one organization or structure. Let's read it again. He amalgamated the mind with the senses, and the senses with the sense objects, according to their respective positions, and he also amalgamated the material ego with the total material energy, mahatattva. Purport. By His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In respect to the ego, the total material energy is sundered in two parts. In respect to the ego, the total material energy is sundered in two parts. One is agitated by the mode of ignorance, and the other agitated by the mode of passion and goodness. Due to agitation by the mode of ignorance, the five gross elements are created. Due to agitation by the mode of passion, the mind is created, and due to agitation by the mode of goodness, false egoism or identification with matter is created. The mind is protected by a particular type of demigod. Sometimes the mind, manaha, is also understood to have controlling deity or demigod. Let's read again. Due to agitation by the mode of ignorance, the five gross elements are created. Due to agitation by the mode of passion, the mind is created. And due to agitation by the mode of goodness, false egoism or identification with the matter is created. The mind is protected by a particular type of demigod. Sometimes the mind, manaha, is also understood to have a controlling deity or demigod. In this way, the total mind, namely the material mind controlled by material demigods, was amalgamated with the senses. The senses, in turn, were amalgamated with the sense objects. The sense objects are forms, tastes, smells, sounds, etc. Sound is the ultimate source of the sense objects. The mind was attracted by the senses, and the senses by the sense objects. And all of them were ultimately amalgamated in the sky. The creation is so arranged that cause and effect follow one after the other. The merging process involves amalgamating the effect with the original cause. Since the ultimate cause in the material world is the Mahatattva, everything was gradually wound up and amalgamated with the Mahatattva. This may be compared to Shunyavada or Voidism. Yeah, this is what the Buddhists do. In that, this is the process for cleansing the real spiritual mind or consciousness. This may be compared to Shunyavada or Voidism in that this is the process for cleansing the real spiritual mind or consciousness. Oh, Hare Krishna, Pranjal Prabhu, Tandar Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. When the mind is completely washed of all material contamination, the pure consciousness acts. The sound vibration from the spiritual sky can automatically cleanse all material contaminations as confirmed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. We need only take the advice of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and chant the Hare Krishna mantra to cleanse the mind of all material contamination, and this may be considered the summary of this difficult verse. When the mind is completely washed of all material contamination, the pure consciousness acts. The sound vibration from the spiritual sky can automatically cleanse all material contamination as confirmed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. We need to take the advice of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and chant the Hare Krishna mantra to cleanse the mind of all material contamination, and this may be considered the summary of this difficult verse. As soon as the whole material contamination is washed away by this process of chanting, all desires and reactions to material activities become immediately vanquished, and real life, peaceful existence begins. In this age of Kali, it is very difficult to adopt the yogic process mentioned in this verse, unless one is very expert in such yoga. The best course is to adopt the ways and means of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Thus one can gloriously become freed from all material contamination by the simple process of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just as life in this material world has its beginning in material sound, similarly, a spiritual life has its beginning in the spiritual sound vibration. Text number 18. Tam sarvaguna vinyasam jive maya maye nyadat tam chanushayam atmastam ashavanushayi puman gyana vairagya viryena svarupasto jahat prabhu. Tam, unto him, O Hare Krishna, Bang Prabhu Dandar Pranam Jai Shri Prabhupada. Sarva
Jai
Guna
Krishna Prabhu, this is Krishna Prabhupada.
Haribol. Thank you for joining, Prabhu. The reservoir of all qualities. Jive, unto the designations. Maya, Maye, the reservoir of all potencies. Nya, that place. Tam, that. Cha, also. Anushayam, designation. Atmastam, situated. In realization. Asau, he. Anushayi, the living entity. Puman, the enjoyer. Jnana, knowledge. Vairagya, renunciation. Viryena, by the prowess of. Svarupasta, being situated in one's constitutional position. Ajahat, returned back home. Prabhu, the controller. Translation. Prithu Maharaj then offered the total designation of the living entity under the supreme controller of illusory energy. Being released from all the designations by which the living entity became entrapped, he became free by knowledge and renunciation, and by the spiritual force of his devotional service. In this way, being situated in his original constitutional position of Krishna consciousness, he gave up this body as a Prabhu or controller of the senses. Performed. As stated in the Vedas, the Supreme Person of Godhead is the source of material energy. But, yeah. Consequently, he is sometimes called Maya, or the Supreme Person who can create his pastimes through his potency known as the material energy. The jiva, or the individual living entity, becomes entrapped by the material energy by the supreme will of the Supreme Person of Godhead. In Bhagavad Gita, we understand Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hriddeshe Arjunastishtati Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani Yantrarudani Mayaya. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are settled as on a machine made of material energy. Pretty nice verse. Ishvara, the Supreme Person of Godhead, is situated within the heart of all conditioned souls, and by his supreme will, the living entity or individual soul gets the facility to lord it over material nature in various types of bodies, which are known as yantra, or the moving vehicle offered by the total material energy Maya. Although the individual living entity, Jiva, and the Lord are both situated within the material energy, the Lord is directing the movements of the Jiva soul by offering him different types of bodies through the material energy, and thus the living entity is wandering throughout the universes in various forms of body and becomes implicated in different situations, partaking of the reactions of fruitive activities. When Prithu Maharaj became spiritually powerful by the enhancement of his spiritual knowledge, jnana, and renunciation of material desires, he became a Prabhu, or master of his senses, sometimes called Goswami or Swami. This means that he was no longer controlled by the influence of material energy. Even when one is strong enough to give up the influence of material energy, he is called Prabhu. Haribol. In this verse, this word Svarupashta is also very significant. The real identity of the individual soul lies in understanding or attaining the knowledge that he is eternally a servant of Krishna. This understanding is called Svarupopalabdhi. Svarupopalabdhi. By culturing devotional service, the devotee gradually comes to understand his actual relationship with the Supreme Person of Godhead. This understanding of one's pure spiritual position is called Svarupopalabdhi. And when one attains that stage, he can understand how he is related with the Supreme Person of Godhead as a servant or friend or as a parent or conjugal lover. This stage of understanding is called Svarupashta. Svarupashta. Prithu Maharaj realized this Svarupa completely, and it will be clear in the later chapters that he personally left this world or this body by riding on a chariot sent from Vaikuntha. In this verse, the word Prabhu is also significant. As stated before, when one is completely self-realized and acts according to the position, he can be called Prabhu. The spiritual master is called the spiritual master is addressed as Prabhupada because he is completely self-realized soul. The word pada means position, and Prabhupada indicates that he is given the position of Prabhu or the Supreme Person of Godhead, for he acts on behalf of the Supreme Person of Godhead. Unless one is Prabhu or controller of the senses, he cannot act as a spiritual master. He is authorized by the Supreme Prabhu or Lord Krishna. In his verses praising the spiritual master, Shla Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, Shakshat Daritvena Samasta Shastra Ruktastatha Bhavyata Vashadmi. The spiritual master is honored as much as the Supreme Lord because he is the most confidential servant of the Lord. Thus, Prithu Maharaj can also be called Prabhupada, or as described herein, Prabhu. Another question may be raised in this connection. Since Prithu Maharaj was a power incarnation of the Supreme Person of Godhead, Shaktyavesh Avatar, why did he have to execute the regulative principles in order to become a Prabhu? Because he appeared on this earth as an ideal king, and because it is the duty of the king to instruct the citizens in the execution of devotional service, he followed all the regulative principles of devotional service in order to teach others. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, although Krishna himself, taught us how to approach Krishna as a devotee. It is said, Apani Achari Bhakti Shikainus Savare. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed others in the process of devotional service by setting the example himself through his own personal actions. Similarly, Prithu Maharaj, although a Shaktyavesh avatar incarnation, still behaved exactly as a devotee in order to achieve the position of Prabhu. Furthermore, Swarupashta means complete liberation. As it is said, Hitvan yatha rupam svarupena avashtiti. When a living entity abandons the activities of Maya and attains the position from which he can execute devotional service, his state is called Svarupashta or complete liberation. Ribol, would anyone want to read?
Yes, Prabhu, I'll read, Prabhu.
Ribol is Prabhu.
I just want to save this quickly.
Prabhu, actually, I have a doubt. What was the summary used to Prabhu? Swami Prabhu?
I'm thinking. In this verse, there was the word Prabhu mentioned, explained in like 3 different ways.
So the first one was controlling the senses, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
And another, it was there, I think.
Yeah, when one is strong enough to give up the influence of material energy, he is called Prabhu. Then there was this Svarupopalabdhi word. understanding of one's pure spiritual position is Svarupopalabdhi.
Yes, Lord.
And when one attains that position, it is called Swarupashta. So when one gets purified, then he gets this realization of his position. And then also Prabhupada was explained what the word there means. The spiritual masters addressed Prabhupada. The word Pada means position, and Prabhupada indicates that he is given the position of Prabhu, or the Supreme Person of Godhead, for he acts on behalf of the Supreme Person of Godhead. Unless one is Prabhu or controller of the senses, he cannot act as a spiritual master.
Yes, Lord.
Also, why he was doing the principles? Because he was trying to show the ideal king, how ideal king acts. Okay, who wants to read next?
Me, Prabhu.
Haribol. Yes, Prabhu. Here he said, when one living entity abandons the Maya activities, then he attains the position where he can execute devotional service. Svarupashta, or complete liberation. Okay, Prabhu, you can continue from 19.
Okay, text 19. Okay. Let me just sit in a comfortable place, Prabhu. Okay. Okay, text 19. Atir Nama Maharagni. Is it Ragni? Tat Patni Anugata Vanam. Sukumari Atad Aracha. Yat Padapya Sparashanam. Bhuvaha. Synonyms: Archi, Nama of the name Archi, Maharagni, the queen, Tat Patni, the wife of Maharaj Prithu, Anugata, who followed her husband Vanam in the forest, Sukumari, very delicate body, Atat Araha, who did not deserve Cha also Yad, but Bayam, by the touch of whose feet, Sparshanam, touching, Bhuvaha, on the earth. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The queen, the wife of Prithu Maharaj, whose name was Arichi, followed her husband into the forest. Since she was a queen, her body was very delicate. Although she did not deserve to live in the forest, still she voluntarily touched her lotus feet to the ground. Purport. Because Prithu Maharaj's wife was the queen and also a daughter of a king, she never experienced walking on the ground because queens used to never come out of the palace. Oh wow. They certainly never went to the forest and tolerated all the difficulties of living in the wilderness. In Vedic civilization, there are hundreds of similar examples of such renunciation on the part of queens and dedication to their husband. The goddess of fortune, Mother Sita, followed her husband Ramachandra when he went to the forest. Lord Ramachandra went to the forest in compliance to the order of his father Maharaj Dashrath. Mother Sita was not so ordered. Nonetheless, she voluntarily accepted the path of her husband. Similarly, Gandhari, the wife of King Dhritarashtra, also followed her husband into the forest, being the wives of great personalities like Prithu, Lord Ramachandra, and Dhritarashtra. These were ideal. chaste woman. Such queens also instructed the general people by showing them how to become a chaste wife and follow the husband in every stage of life. When the husband is king, she sits beside him as the queen. And when he goes to the forest, she also follows, despite having to tolerate all kinds of difficulties in living in the forest. Touch her feet. Therefore it is said here at that ara that although she did not want to touch her feet to the ground, she nonetheless accepted all difficulties when she went to the forest with her husband. Text 20. Ativa Bhartur Varta Dharma Nishtaya Susrushaya Charsha Deha Yatraya Navinda Navinda Taratim Parikarshi Tapisa Sa Preyaskara Sparshana Mana Nirvirti. Artiva, okay, synonyms. Artiva, very much. Bhartu, of the husband. Vrata, dharma, vow to serve him. Nishtaya, by determination. Rushaya, by serving. Cha, also. Arsha, like the great saintly sages. Deha, body. Yatraya, living condition. Na, did not. Avindata, perceive. Artim, any difficulty. Parikarshita, api, although transformed to become lean and thin. Sa, she, priya sakara, very pleasing. Sparshana, touching. Mana, engaged. Niravriti, pleasure. Translation: although she was not accustomed to such difficulties, Queen Archie followed her husband in the regulative principles of living in the forest like great sages. She lay down on the ground and ate only fruits, flowers, and leaves. Flowers. So, Prabhu, are actually flowers eatable? Are they actually eatable?
Yes, Prabhu.
Like
Sunflower.
even in this modern age, flower oil, is it flower oil?
Yes, Prabhu, but don't eat some crazy, some poisonous flower or something.
I'm thinking of purple flowers, Prabhu.
Sunflower, Prabhu.
Oh, yes, Prabhu.
They think you are cooking some roses or something.
Enjoying flower prasadam.
Yes, Prabhu. Some are.
Okay, flowers. Yes, Prabhu. Flowers and leaves, and because she was not fit for these activities, she became frail and thin. Yet, because of the pleasure she derived in serving her husband, she did not feel any difficulties. Purport: the words Bhartur, Varta, Dharma, Nishtaya indicate that a woman's duty or religious principle is to serve her husband in all conditions. In Vedic civilization, a man is taught from the beginning of his life to become a brahmachari, then an ideal grahasta, then vanaprastha, then sannyasi, and the wife is taught just to follow the husband strictly in all conditions of life. After the period of brahmacharya, a man accepts a householder's life, and the woman is also taught by her parents to be a chaste wife. Thus, a girl and boy are united, both are trained for a life dedicated to a can go down, bro. Okay, dedicated to a higher purpose. The boy is trained to execute his duty in accordance with the higher purpose of life, and the girl is trained to follow him. The chaste wife's duty is to keep her husband pleased in householder life in all in all respects. And when the husband retires from family life, she is to go to the forest and adopt the life of Vanaprastha or Vanavasi. No, which one is this one? Vanavasi. At the time, the wife is to follow her husband and take care of him, just as she took care of him in householder life. But when the husband takes the renounced order of life, namely sannyasa, the wife is to return home and become a saintly woman, setting an example for her children and daughter-in-law, and showing them how to live a life of austerity. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyasa, his wife Vishnupriya Devi, can go down, Prabhu, Vishnupriya Devi, although only 16 years old, also took the vow of austerity due to her husband's leaving home. She chanted her beads, and after finishing, oh, I lost my place now. After finishing, oh, it's up. I'm looking down here. Oh, she chanted her beads, and after finishing one round, she collected one grain of rice. In this way, as many rounds as she chanted, she would receive the same number of rice grains and then cook them, and so take prasad. This is called austerity. Even today in India, widows or women whose husbands have taken sannyas, oh, they're called widows. Wow. Follow the principles of austerity even though they live with their children. Prithu Maharaj's wife Archie was steadily determined to execute the duty of a wife, and while her husband was in the forest, she followed him in eating only fruits and leaves and lying down on the ground. So meaning, Prabhu, when the male takes sannyasi, so meaning the woman will never see the male again. Is it like that until the male dies, even after death?
Yes, Prabhu.
Like no more, no more. Even if like just a visit 1 second and come back.
Yes, Prabhu. There's no need. The man has already left somewhere. The she doesn't probably know even where the man is.
Oh yes, yes, Prabhu.
But before this, they travel somewhere, usually as Vanaprastha. So yeah, it's many years
Oh yes,
usually.
yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Sannyas is difficult, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. But I think then they've been together so already so long that they get so annoyed of each other that
No,
they are.
yes, yes, Prabhu.
You better
But then,
leave.
Prabhu, I don't think you can never you get annoyed as long as you're sharing Krishna Katha. But then if you speak of mundane things, and perform
Yes,
mundane
Prabhu.
stuff, then you're gonna get bored easily.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the material mind of a woman, yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. But yeah, in
Oh,
this age, there is not many grahastas, so it's kind of difficult now, like
yes, yes,
this.
Prabhu. And I actually saw that, Prabhu, when you do this grahasta process very like in the correct way, you could go with your wife in Vaikunta
Yes,
and live
Prabhu.
eternally.
Yeah, correctly. If it's done, then it's like really good, but it's almost impossible.
That is almost impossible, ne, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. It's
So,
crazy.
but Prabhu, one thing I want to know, is it possible to meet your woman like in the higher planets, like let's say, but then in a different body?
Yeah, everything is
Like let's
possible
say,
in that one. Of course, in the if one goes to heavenly planets, like I think most of these there is kings and everything. Usually they have a wife, of course.
oh yes, yes, Prabhu.
But in
Yeah.
this age, in this Kali Yuga age, this is almost impossible. Everything will always end in some divorce or something, and it's like
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
yes, Prabhu. Then it's like forced sannyas to the man.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, I remember Srila Prabhupada has discussed about it, Prabhu, that usually people marry because of sex. As immediately when it drops, the sex drops, then they file divorce.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, it doesn't
Yes,
work.
they don't usually go for real value.
Yes, Prabhu.
So where was I, Prabhu? Take sannyasi, follow the principles of austerity, some with the children or husband in the forest. Okay, let me go. Prithu Maharaj's wife, can you see that? Archie was steady, yeah. steadily determined to execute the duty of a wife. And while her husband was in the forest, she followed him in eating only fruits and leaves and lying down on the ground. Since a woman's body is considerably more delicate than a man's, Queen Archie became very frail and thin. Pari Karishita. When one engages in austerity, his body generally becomes lean and thin. Becoming fat is not a very good qualification in spiritual life, because a person who is engaged in spiritual life must reduce the comforts of the body, namely eating, sleeping, and mating, to a minimum. Although Queen Archie became very thin from living in the forest according to the regulative principles, she was not unhappy because she was enjoying the honor of serving her great husband. Prabhu, I say we will only read about such women. We will never get the chance to see them.
Yes, bro.
Do you think in this modern age, when you decide to do such a thing, your wife will follow? Never.
Yes, bro.
Oh, Semi Prabhu, and I actually made a cover.
You made what? A cover?
Yeah, for Thursday's session. I was just bored. I was like, yeah, let me do this cover.
Like
For the
art?
appearance day. No, for the appearance day, Prabhu. So not a cover, actually. What do you call this? What do you it's like inviting devotees to the reading session. What do you call that?
Oh,
Poster. What?
Vivo. Yes, bro.
Yes, Prabhu.
I forgot the day. Yes, bro.
Yes, it's in 2 days,
Wait,
Prabhu.
Angel Prabhu, tell us what that is. Poster. You
No,
say
it's not actually. It's not actually. I haven't sent it to anyone,
yes, Prabhu. You can post
but
it
I
in the
can still. I can send. I'll send it. I'll send it to you. Maybe today late or tomorrow, because I actually want to finish everything first and find pictures. You know.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, I send the documents and PDF. Oh, I'll check them, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. I'll check them. But usually I think I'll edit tomorrow, Prabhu. I'll edit tomorrow because I don't like the computer at night.
Yes, Prabhu.
But it's
Same.
not at night, yeah.
Tomorrow I gotta edit also.
Oh, yes, Prabhu.
Today I had to go and service my headphones. They were breaking.
Oh, you're able to fix them. Like you have a place where you can take them to get them fixed. We
Yeah,
don't have such.
they just changed them to new ones.
Oh. It's
If
like a
it's
trade-in.
Yeah, if it's under warranty, they just give you new ones.
Oh, yes, Prabhu. Okay, text 21. Deham vipa na kila chetan na dikam patyuhu prativya daitasya chatmanaha alakshaya kinchi cha vilapyasa sati chitam ataropyad adirsan uni. Prabhu, that sounded like Chinese somewhere there. Alakshaya kinchincha. Somewhere there. Kinchincha vilapya. Synonyms: deham, body, vipana, completely, failing, akila, all, chetana, feeling, adikam, symptoms, patyu, of her husband, prativya, prativyaha, the world, daitasya, of the merciful, cha atmanaha, cha atmanaha, also of herself, alakshaya, by seeing, kinchit, very little, cha, and vilapya, lamenting, sati, the chest, chitam, unto the fire, Ata now Aropayat placed Ardi heel Sanuni on the top. Translation: When Queen Archie saw that her husband, who had been so merciful to her and the earth, no longer showed symptoms of life, she lamented for a little while and then built a fiery pyre on top of a hill and placed the body of her husband on it. How, Prabhu? Like, what's happening now? Prithu Maharaj is gone now.
Yes, bro.
Oh, what's happening?
Let's
But like, how is he burning? How, I'm I'm confused now.
Yes, bro. He's doing
How
his
did
part.
he find her? Sorry, Prabhu. You can say, Prabhu.
1 second. Let's read this again. I think she was with her. He wasn't with him.
Oh,
I think she was with
oh,
him.
didn't they separate?
This was a king. He was not sannyas.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I thought he took sannyas. There was somewhere they were, oh, you see, they were explaining about brahmacharis, what grahastas and vanaprasthas. So I thought they were following the same rules.
Yeah, she was living with him in the forest.
Oh, yes, yes, bro. That's vanaprastha, right? It's called vanaprastha.
Yes, bro. Yeah, then she burned his body.
Prabhu, how do you pronounce this word? P-Y-R-E, pie. Is it? It's like
Fire.
a C, pyre.
Fire. Fire.
Pyre. Okay. Pyre.
In Finnish, we say pure.
Oh, pure.
Yes, so.
I remember
Let's
this
see
look. I
what
don't know
happens.
what it is. Prabhu, you remember we used to study these in the Ishtagoshti. Dehi nosmin yata dehe kaumaram yovanam jara. Isn't it about the body? Chapter 2, somewhere there. Purport. After seeing all the life symptoms in her husband stop, the lamenting, such a big scholar, but then you're lamenting at something like that on Arjuna. Or is it something like that? But then we'll see. The queen lamented for a while. The word kinchid means for a little while. The queen was completely aware that her husband was not dead. Was not dead. Although the symptoms of life, action, intelligence, and sense perception had ceased, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Changing of bodies. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tata dehantar paraptir diras tatra nah mohoyati. As the embodied soul continually passes in this body, from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body, and at death, the self-realized soul is not bewildered by such a change. Bhagavad Gita 2.13. When a living entity transfers from one body to another, a process generally known as death. A sane man does not lament, for he knows that the living entity is not dead, but is simply transferred from one body to another. The queen should have been afraid of being alone in the forest with the body of her husband. But since she was a great wife or a great personality, a great wife of a great personality, she lamented for a while, but immediately understood that she had many duties to perform. Thus, instead of wasting her time, probably actually, like what's happening? Like, did Prithu Maharaj die? Or because I heard that it's stated did not die. Now I'm confused to the power of two. Do you actually get it, Prabhu?
Well, Prabhu,
I was
it's
saying Prithu Maharaj. I saw that there was somewhere that it was stated that he did not die. Or
yes,
it was
Prabhu.
just
He left his body.
oh, he left his body.
Yes, Prabhu. I think we will hear later where he will go.
Okay, Prabhu. When a living entity transfers from one body to another, a process generally known as death, a sane man does not lament, for he knows that the living entity is not dead but is simply transferred from one body to another. The queen should not have been afraid of being alone in the forest with the body of her husband, but since she was a great wife of a great personality, she lamented for a while, but immediately understood that she had many duties to perform. Thus, instead of wasting her time in lamentation, she immediately prepared a fiery pie. You said pie, right? On the top of a hill, and then placed the body of her husband on it to be burned. Prabhu, even I will never sit next to a dead body. I'd run away, Prabhu.
Yes,
I
Prabhu.
don't have those guts, Prabhu. Maharaj Prithu is described here as Daitya, for he was not only the king of that earth, but he treated the earth as his protected child. Similarly, he protected his wife also. It was the duty of the king to give protection to everyone, especially to the earth or land which he ruled, as well as the citizens and his family members. Since Prithu Maharaj was a perfect king, he gave protection to everyone, and therefore he is described here as Daitya. Daitya. Text 22. Semi Prabhu. Actually, tomorrow, I think tomorrow it's Thursday, right? Or what's happening? Oh, no, Wednesday.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Tomorrow it's Narashima. What do you call Narashima's Day of Appearance Day in Canada?
Or is it?
You remember every time it's the day before, you will see they will
Tomorrow is
celebrate it,
gonna
bro.
be Jayananda Prabhu's disappearance day.
Who's Jayananda Prabhu?
He's
He's in Singapore.
no, he's the one devotee of Prabhupada.
Oh, yes, Prabhu.
And Prabhupada said that his disappearance day should be celebrated.
Oh, I remember the devotee who passed on before Srila Prabhupada, right?
Yes,
Who
Prabhu.
disappeared before? Oh, yes, I remember. And then he said he went back to Godhead.
Yes, Prabhu.
Oh, yes. Or should
He's,
I?
yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, he donated all his like life savings and everything, and then he moved to temple, and then he dedicated whole life to, and he was doing the Ratha Yatras. He was like building everything in the beginning.
Oh, yes. He was always in service.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Vidaya Kritayam Hardini Jala Pluta Datvodakam Bartur Dudara Karmanaha Natva Divi Staham Stri Dashamstrihi Vivesha Vahinim Diyat Yati Baharat. Is it Baharat Padau? Sanskrit. Vidaya executing Krityam, the regulative function. Haradini in the water of the river. Jala Apluta taking bath completely. Dadva Udakam offering oblations of water. Bartuhu of her husband, Udara Karmanaha, who was so liberal, Natva offering obeisances, Divi Stahan, situated in the sky, Tri Darshan, the 30 million demigods, 30 million demigods, three times Paritya, circumambulating, Vivesha, Vivek, entered Vahinim, the fire, Dayayati, while thinking of Bartru. Prabhu, please pronounce that word for me. It's giving me stress. Bartr. How do you pronounce such Bartr?
Bartu.
Bahar. Sorry, Prabhu.
Bartu.
Bartu. But there's no U there, Prabhu. Or do we have silent U's here too?
Here is you.
Bartu.
Bartu.
Oh, no, not that one, Prabhu. The last line. Bartu. Yeah, the last one. Last
one?
line in the synonyms. No,
Oh,
barter,
it's the
like
same word, but it's almost same. Yeah, it's same word but different like ending. I forgot what the word is.
barter.
Yeah, we would need Praveen Prabhu to explain to us the real grammatical meaning.
Oh yes, yes, Prabhu. Of
So
her
this
husband, Padau. Oh, yes, yes.
this is barter.
But yeah, but
Barter.
it's like yeah, you when a child learns how to speak.
Yes, Prabhu.
Padau. Okay, I forgot that. I did not. Okay, the last one, Prabhu.
Sorry.
I forgot just the last. I did not recite it. Okay, birth of her husband, Padau, the two lotus feet. Translation: after this, the queen executed the necessary funerary functions and offered. Yo, Prabhu, is that like in concern with the funeral, like funerary? It's in line with it, right? In the translation, first line from the on the right side, funerary functions.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, first time seeing such a word. Funerary fun. Okay, translation. Do you want to search it, Prabhu? Or do you? Okay. After this, the queen executed the necessary funerary functions and offered oblations of water. After bathing in the river, she offered obeisances to various demigods situated in the sky in the different planetary systems. She then circumambulated the fire and, while thinking of the lotus feet of her husband, entered its flames. Purport: the entrance of a chaste wife into the flames of the pride of her dead husband is known as Sahagamana. This means that it is customary for the wife to die with her husband. This system of Sahagamana has been practiced in Vedic civilization from the time immemorial, even after the British period in India. This practice was regularly observed, but soon it degraded to the point that even when the wife was not strong enough to enter the fire of her dead husband, the relatives would force her to enter. You. That is
Yes,
hard.
Prabhu, that's great. But this would be quite difficult to go to some
You, baby, imagine it's your child. You have to fight. You. What are we doing in the material world, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm, that is hard, Prabhu. I cannot even think of it. Yeah, like those women, Prabhu. Did they have the masculine emotions? What was wrong?
Yes, Prabhu. Before the woman just went, they didn't feel some pain or something. They just went.
Yes, yes, Prabhu. Yo,
It's like some
yo,
portal. They went into some fire portal.
yo. Amazing, Prabhu. Yeah.
Then if the husband went to spiritual world, then they go also.
Yes, Prabhu. Maybe if we had, like, let's say, if the women from those times in the ancient times, if they were here in the modern age, there wouldn't be gender-based violence and all of those things. They would have been able to even conquer us. They
Yes,
were
Prabhu,
so
but it
strong, Prabhu.
starts from the man, because when the man becomes polluted first, then women become polluted, because the men are not protecting anymore.
Oh, yes, yes, Prabhu. Yeah, I remember that in chapter 1.40, bro, from
Yes,
139
Prabhu.
to 141. Yeah, somewhere there it's stated in the
Yeah, when
purports.
family tradition is lost, then the women become polluted, and then there
Yes,
is
Prabhu.
Varna Sankara children born. Yes,
It's
Prabhu.
actually the whole idea of the war, Prabhu, the Mahabharat war.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. They were actually being killed because they saw that irreligion will rise.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Thus, this practice had to be stopped. But even today, there are still some solitary cases where a wife will voluntarily enter the fire and die with her husband, even after 1940. We personally knew of a chaste wife who died in this way. Yeah.
Prabhu, it is customary, right?
Yes,
The
Prabhu.
Vedic civilization. It is like that only.
Yes, Prabhu. I don't think it will be banned if some woman would voluntarily do it. I think It's not like,
But in this age, they won't allow you,
Because
because it's like committing suicide.
yes, Prabhu.
yes, Prabhu.
And then the husbands, they mostly go to hell, so that the woman would just, because imagine the woman is thinking, oh, I'm going to my kunta, and then they arrive in some hellish planet suddenly. With the husband is there, then they will arrive, with that they will see, they will shout at their
That's why
husband.
now I remember Putra, Prabhu, Putra, son, the
Yes,
one who's
Prabhu.
going to come from hellish planets.
Yeah, this says everyone is cooked. Everyone is fully cooked. We need to just chant, because otherwise we cannot do any of these things. We will lose all the sacrifice games and all these and end up in hellish planets.
Because Prabhu,
Damn, both arrive in hell.
Yes, Prabhu.
because Prabhu, the Nakul and Sahadev's mother also went into fire, right?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, before this was normal.
Semi Prabhu,
Yes,
what time
Prabhu.
did you start today?
1 hour ago. I think we can go to 6 prayers now.
Or after one sloka, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Or should we go the direct?
This
I
should
hope
one.
it's not long.
Prabhu,
Just check it if it's not
Prabhu,
long.
should I read
No, it's just
last one?
time. Yeah, you can read
No
last one.
problem, Prabhu.
Should I read, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, bro. Text 23. विलोक्यानुगतां साधवीं पितुं वीरवरं पतिं तुष्टुवरदा देवे देवपत्न्या सहस्रशा Vilokya by observing Anugatan dying after the husband, Satvim, the chaste woman, Prithum of King Prithu, Veeravaran, the great warrior's Patim husband, Tushtuvu offered prayers, Varadaha, able to give benediction, Devai by the demigods, Devapatnya, the wives of the demigods, Sahasrasa in thousands. Translation purport by Zen Gracie Bhaktan Samshil Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. After observing this brave act performed by the chaste wife Archi, the wife of great King Prithu, many thousands of wives of the demigods, along with their husbands, offered praise to the queen, for they were very much satisfied. Purport.
There is no purport.
Thank you for.
Oh, no purport.
No purport.
Semi Prabhu, on Thursday, it's what do you call this? Ekadeshi, ne Prabhu? Not Ekadeshi. What do you call it? Fasting till noon.
Yes, Prabhu, I think it's noon. Let's see.
The hardest
Yes,
fasting.
Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, I think it's noon and grains.
Oh, yes, Prabhu. And grains, or what did you say? The last word?
Yes,
Noon
Prabhu, we
and.
can take grains.
Oh, yes, I remember. Should
But
I
we'll
start?
confirm closer. Yes, Prabhu, you can start.
Cheto darpanamarjanam bhavamahadavagninirvapanam shreya kaivachandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamritasvadanam sarvatmasnapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtana. Or should I go all the way? Okay.
नाम नाम्नामकारे बहुलानि च सर्वशक्तिस्तत्रार्पितानि अमिता स्मरणेन काला एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैव निदृशम् इह जन्मानुरागः
Finarapi sunijana taro api sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sada hari.
नदनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीशकामधेन न जन्मन् जन्मनीश्वरे भवतात् भक्तिरहेतुके त्वयि
Ainandatanuja ikinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam buddho kripaya tavapada pankaja stitadole satrishim vichintaya. I'm not sure
Nayanam
if I got it.
Galadash. Yes, Prabhu.
You can continue,
Nayanam
Prabhu.
Galadash. Yes, Prabhu. नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गदगदगदया विराटलकैर्निचितं वपुकदा तव नामग्रहणे भविष्यति.
Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravishaitam shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahe name.
आश्लिष्यवापादरतां पिनष्टमाम् अदर्शनां मर्मातां करोति वा यथा तथा वावतिता तुलं पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरः.
Glories to the Shri Krishna Sankirtana. Glories to the Shri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious.
O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benedictions to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of your kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by chanting your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them.
One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respects to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly.
Prabhu, can
Please go down, Prabhu. You wanted to read the Rishikesh.
yes, Prabhu. Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth.
O son of Maharaj Nanda, Krishna, I am your eternal savior, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms of your lotus feet.
O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated? Prabhu. O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up and when will the hairs of my body stand on end of the recitation of your name?
Oh Govinda, feeling your separation, I'm considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world in your absence.
I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly in his embrace or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord unconditionally. श्री शिक्षाष्टकम की जय, श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय.
बाहु जन्मे कर Bahu Janma Kare Yadi Shravana Kirtana Tabutana Paya Krishna Pade Prema Dana. If one is infested with the 10 offenses in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, despite his endeavor to chant the holy name for many births, he will not get the love of Godhead. That is the ultimate goal of this chanting. The offenses against the chanting of the holy name are as follows. The first offense, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord.
Second offense, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu.
Third offense, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master, thinking him as an ordinary person.
Fourth offense, to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version.
Fifth offense, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination.
Sixth offense, to give some interpretation on the holy name of the Lord.
Seventh offense, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name of the Lord.
Eighth offense to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities karma kanda.
Ninth offense to instruct the faithless persons about the glories of the holy name.
10th offense to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who clings to the Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna, Prema. Now let us offer our respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They can fulfill the desires of everyone just like desire trees, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vansha kalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
जय
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
जय
प्रेम
जय
से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय।
जय
हरि
नामाचार्य
हरि
श्रील
बोल।
हरिदास ठाकुर की जय।
जय।
निताय गौर प्रेमानंद
Hare
हरि
Hare
हरि बोल।
Hari Bol.
We actually mixing the prayers now and then.
Yes, bro.
यस ब्रो।